How's it, everybody? Merry Christmas, Melikalikimaka, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Buffalo Christmas. You'll know it's a Buffalo Christmas when the snowdrifts are over your head. There's more than 4 feet of snow just about everywhere. The Bills won the game on Sunday. A national emergency has been declared, and the death count can no longer be counted on fingers and toes. That's right, we had a huge dumping of snow over the long Christmas weekend. And a lot of Buffalo is still on lockdown. Most of them, there's still a driving ban in effect. Not here. I was able to get out after shoveling, more than 4 feet of snow with my trusty single stage blower. And let's just say I'm incredibly motivated to keep working on the Gravely. And now we're gonna get back onto that engine. I'm confident that it works, which is not the same as being certain. So we're gonna take a look at this engine, just make sure it's good and healthy, and then fire it up just to be sure we're doing all this for something. Stay tuned. How's it going, everybody? Here we got our Briggs and Stratton 1450 engine, and I think it's okay, but this has also sat in a shed for quite a while, so I assume it's okay is not the same as it being okay. So we're just going to do a quick little health check on this thing. I'm starting by pulling off the air filter housing. This should be fine, but this would have had a new filter before it got put away, but who knows what kind of critters have come in and munched on it. So these are 5/32, I believe. This is an Allen key. You just want to pull it off, make sure that filter is nice and clean. Then we'll be moving on. My big concern here is that I'm worried that this engine's shutoff switch does not work. And there's no super easy way to deal with that. You'd have to probably pull the spark plug. So I just want to be sure that that's plugged in. Okay, there we go. That's a very nice clean filter. Looks like there's a dead spider there. Okay, that's pretty good. Cleaned out the dead spider. I think we're ready to move on. Gonna pull this filter plate off. This is 10 millimeters. Some of these are 12 points. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Yeah, you just bark away out there, dog. Just ruin my video. Can't believe you would do this to me, and me alone. There we go. There's that plate. And that'll just make getting this off nice and easy. The kill switch, if you're familiar with small engines, it's located on the magneto. So if you have your 10 millimeter handy, you just got to pull off all of these shroud bolts. That dog was not barking until I started filming. Just how it goes. Who bolted that up? Probably me. Now this can be pulled off with the carbon place. It just takes a bit of finagling. There we go. Beautiful. So here's a quick look at inside of our carb. That actually looks pretty nice after sitting for so many years. Don't actually have any issues here. And the next thing that I was worried about is this magneto. The magneto also looks good. You can see coming off of that spade right there. Coming off of that spade, that's our connector. Didn't fall off. And when we ground that out, it will kill the motor. Now let's just check this magneto gap here. The perfect thing to use for it is a one of these like junk sort of business cards. Cram that in there. You know, if you got like a smoothie punch card, that's what works best. Cram it in there. A little bit of junk built up, but I mean, that's fine. It also doesn't interfere when we spin it. Goes over its magnetic pickup, no problem. Okay, so we got the engine back together, and here it is on our engine stand, which is just a plank of wood screwed into the barn. So we just want to fire this bad boy up and get a quick idea of, one, if it can even run, and you know how well it will run. Now another thing I wanted to set is the governor. The old Gravely motor had a operating RPM of 2600 RPM. Now this thing right here, the Briggs, can rev quite a lot higher, but it makes its peak torque at, wait for it, 2600 RPM. So if we could drop it down a little bit, just so it's maybe, you know, around 3000 by ear. I was hoping to have a tiny tack in to actually get like a serious number on this, but I want this running pretty badly, so we're gonna wing it. All right, choke. Note how if I pull this, it is possible to fall right off of the building. Okay. Not bad at all. All right, let's keep that choke on a little longer. Mention that this engine was freshly rebuilt. So that's oil from assembly. I hope. Sweet. Hey, so there we go. It looks like our Briggs and Stratton works. Fired up, like second pull, no problem. It was a little bit smoky. I don't think that's an issue. This engine has absolutely no hours on it. all the oil in it is still golden. So I don't even think Diesel Dave and I broke this thing in. We just fired it right up, and hey, there it goes. It's a little bit smoky. I know for a fact when we rebuilt it, we lined that cylinder with a bit of oil. So that's probably what was smoking. That and the fact that it's like 15 degrees out. That'll do it. Look, just my breath is smoking. So not a big deal, but I still think that when we get this thing on the blower, I'm going to go ahead and check the valve clearances and see if maybe we got a bit more exhaust coming out than we want. But that's up for next time. For now, hey, I think that's a green light. We're going to go ahead and start building some more adapter stuff. But that'll be next time. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.